Happy Monday, you guys. I'm whispering a little bit because I don't want my kids to try and get up. Just finished cleaning some mirrors, cleaned the bathtub yesterday. Slowly but surely gonna get this house back in order. Hello. I would run and grab my camera, but I don't want to wake up the kids. So let's have a random chit chat, shall we? I feel like I navigate life very differently from a lot of people. But I feel like I must have something about me that makes people not abandon me, but like just people disappear. I feel like when I make connections or friendships or relationships with people, I do it for like life. My intent is to have a friendship or have a relationship of any kind for life. I think I'm starting to learn that there's a lot of people who have seasonal friends. There's people who want to be part of your life when it's convenient for them. They feel like it, and it's just frustrating, but at the same time, like, I guess it's just like part of life. I was supposed to have been working for the last hour and a half, and I haven't been. I have to catch up on some work. Last night I was up until 3 a.m. watching the show Cheer, and I didn't realize it was a docu-series. I thought it was gonna be like some drama show or whatever. I love it. I have like such a strong connection to it. Cheerleading and tumbling and gymnastics and dance and all of that is just such a huge part of my past, and I miss it so much. You have any teenagers who are interested in cheerleading, let them try it. It can be a very dangerous sport though, so just be aware of that. I feel like a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what cheerleading is. Cheerleading is a bajillion% a sport. They are athletes, and it's a very, very competitive sport. So I've enjoyed that show so much. I again have now started to digest people's content, and I felt like, okay, I took a nice little break, took a nice little detox, wasn't like consuming anybody's content, wasn't, you know, going to any pages, and didn't even know what was going on in people's worlds really. And here I go again. I started thinking like, okay, yeah, like let's dive back into it, and I feel crappy again. So I'm gonna make this situation a positive thing. Spent this time legitimately just comparing myself again, getting imposter syndrome, telling myself I wasn't good enough again, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm so not doing that anymore. So I just now stop myself. I'm proud of the growth, and the growth is do not consume other people's content. Other people's success does not mean that you have failed. And that is something that I have to remind myself constantly lately, because for some reason it's like gotten in my head. It's hard not to get that in your head, right? Because you see other people, they're like doing the same type of content, they are just showing up the same way as you, and somehow they grew, and it's like, well, what am I doing wrong? What is wrong with me? It's like so easy to feel that way, but I'm reminding myself, don't do that. So they can have their little journey, but that doesn't mean that you don't get yours, and don't discount your journey. So here I am bringing the confidence back. So I feel better now. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm feeling so much better now, and I'm gonna get all of these negative feelings out of my head. I'm gonna watch Cheer, get work done while I watch Cheer, probably eat some Cheetos to like drown my sorrows. I don't know. I'll talk with you guys tomorrow. Hello, I'm gonna get started on editing a vlog right now. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update. So last night I was talking about how I was having like imposter syndrome, and I just wasn't feeling totally, I don't know if confidence is the right word, but I just wasn't feeling like myself last night, like the self that I've been working hard to obtain now. This is a new tripod I got. I don't even know if I showed y'all. This was sent to me from the brand. I actually really like it. I have it linked for you guys. I easily get into my head and I start thinking like, why are these people doing so well and I'm doing the same thing and I'm not doing well? And I oftentimes forget that I'm on my own journey and I have my own story to tell. Anyways, I was just having like moments last night where I just felt like, why am I not cool enough? I had all those feelings yesterday, but I feel a lot better today. I get in my head a lot during certain times of day, especially. Hello, headed out. In the day going, my husband let me know that Target was doing 40% off of Starbucks, so that's what we're doing. I despise conflict. I don't like upsetting anybody. I don't like having a loud voice. I don't like having loud opinions. I'm not saying I don't have any. I'm not saying I don't have a voice. I just don't like being loud in your face about them. And so whenever I post to social media about like how I'm feeling or anything like controversial, I get very stressed out. Had a nice long conversation on Instagram with a lot of y'all, just kind of discussing how we're feeling and everything. It was interesting, all the different viewpoints that I kept getting in, how much I appreciated all of them, because most of you feel the same as me, but there are people who feel differently. There's people who are going to social media and just wanting
content creators and influencers to talk about these really hard matters. To me, I find it absolutely bizarre. I think it is so bizarre to give content creators, public figures at all, any kind of pedestal when it comes to opinions. I've said that multiple times. If you're basing your decisions based off of what content creators or public figures in general are saying, there's something wrong there. I mean, that's how I've always felt. I've never felt like influencers or content creators needed to speak up, but I posted just like a quick little like meme or post. Posted like a little post just saying how like nobody should be or is obligated to speak up. No one's obligated to do that, and you're not morally obliged to do that. Meaning, if you speak up or you don't speak up, your morals and your heart is still your own, and how you feel is still how you feel. You don't have to go to social media and talk about it. So anyways, that's pretty much how I feel about it. But most people feel the same as me, but there are some of you who want and expect content creators to just start yapping about it. One thing that I did understand though was someone had mentioned that they don't expect content creators to come on and talk about certain things, but they would expect them, because they have a larger following, that it's basically their responsibility to post links, educational sites, things like that. I agree to an extent that people with bigger followings could post those types of things and have a good outcome from it, but do they have to be morally correct? No. Should you go to these content creators to find your education? No. It is not any content creator's responsibility to bring you the education you want, need, what have you. It's also not really everybody's responsibility to be educated on a subject. I'm not saying that ignorance is a good thing and that, you know, that it's a good thing, but some people need that. People don't want that heaviness in their life. You know, don't go to content creators and public figures to get your information, to get the opinions that you're supposed to feel. Like, good Lord, people need to start living their life and navigating through their life without public figures being your role models. I mean, it's okay to like look up to them, get inspiration from people, but like, if you're gonna live your life based off of what a social media influencer or anybody that's in the public eye is saying and doing, check yourself, check other ways. You want your water? Yeah? Anyway, I'm going to Target to get some stuff. I'm headed to Target by myself, and I was going to do a pickup because I thought I'd be bringing the kids with me, but I'm not. It has been so busy at our house for months now. We've had so many different like contractors coming out to do different things, like some small projects, some big projects, just so many things going on at our house. Today we had AC companies coming. We don't have any issues with our AC unit, but we noticed that a lot of units have gone out in our neighborhood. So we're like, well, maybe we need to get some quotes and get some things kind of tied up just before summer hits, because the last thing that we need is to have our AC unit go out during summer. Just been kind of shopping around a little bit just to kind of see what to expect. I have been getting headaches every day again, and I never know. I don't know if it's allergies or if it's pressure from the weather, because the last couple of days, like yesterday, I had the worst migraine, but it's always at the same time every single day. If it's gonna rain or storm, it's almost always at the same time every like spring, summer. So I'm assuming it's one or the other. It's either allergies or it's the weather situation. I don't know. It's very, you can see the clouds right now. It's very dark and gloomy and cloudy. I don't know if that's it or what it is. I have another headache. It came the same exact time as it did yesterday, actually a little bit later.
Here, more?
That was mean.
Hang on. Stuff all of them in her mouth.
Say more cheese.
More cheese.
Can you say, oh, come on, dude?
More cheese.
Can you say, oh, come on, dude?
Cheese.
Okay, fine, more cheese. Say, oh, come on, dude. Say, oh, come on, dude. You're not saying that as good. Say, oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on, dude. Can you say, oh, come on, dude? Why are you spitting as you talk?
This.
Baby, down. You want me to put her hoodie on? Better?
My butt.
What?
Butt.
Bot.
Then the baby.
The baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, it fell down.
Yeah. Get down. Okay.
What do you say? You're welcome. Okay, I'm so glad I worked so hard to put the hood on every 5 seconds, and I'll take this off. You like her belly button? It's funny. I think you're funny.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10. 8 coins. This is the never spot. This is the
That
never.
was very sweet, T.
This is the never.
Go get him!
Alright. Wanna go, T? You wanna hold Mama? Say Mama.
She feels safe with Dada. Oh, you do want Mommy? Aww. Good job.
Oh, look. Woohoo! Look at the soap. Whoa! Of what? It's just soap.
Oh, what was that? What is that?
It's an octopus. Oh no!
Of course I'm holding your hand, baby.
The octopus is eating us.
Your hair's a mess.
Miss?
Yes, you should let me, like, do it. No, your hair's a mess. Your hair's a mess. No me ama. No me ama.
Well, hello. I have not been vlogging probably in like a month. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I fell out of love with it, because I didn't, but I just feel like sometimes platforms change, and I feel like I just wasn't sure the type of content I wanted to bring to YouTube. I just was having a lot of fun on Instagram stories for a while. I feel like more people chat with me more on Instagram stories. It's more updated. You guys are seeing it in real time, and that type of stuff obviously makes like a huge difference. So I guess while I'm behind, you'll find me mostly on Instagram stories, and then when I'm caught up, I mean, you guys will see me way more here. It's like once I start getting behind, I just let myself just continue falling behind. I didn't realize that I'd be focusing so much on like other areas of my life these first couple of months of the year. I thought I'd be able to focus more on YouTube, but there's just other areas of life that I've just had to put in a lot of time. We all have a cold right now somehow. We went to the beach this last weekend, and all of a sudden the next day my daughter woke up with like the stuffiest nose. Or it wasn't the next day, it was 2 days later. She woke up with the most stuffy runny nose, and I'm like, oh, great. It is March 16th and I have been crazy into reading again. I finished these in like, I think it took me 2 or 3 days. I finished both of these, Colleen Hoover's Ugly Love and Colleen Hoover's Verity. Such good book. I've noticed though, because now I'm reading It Ends With Us, I'm noticing that she has a lot of like a theme. Like there's a way she likes to write, and it's like a lot of the same type of stuff to like really grab your like heartstrings. So I heard It Ends With Us is going to be really emotional, so I'm preparing for that. Reading that, and then after that one, I'll be reading this one, and then once this one's done, I'll go ahead and read November 9th. And then after that, I don't know if she has really any of the books that are super popular. I had never heard of Ugly Love, but it came up on Amazon, so I just bought it, and it was really, really good. I'm glad I did. But I know she's going to be having It Starts With Us. I know she'll have that book out. I thought it said like August or September of this year, so that's like pretty far away.